Alright guys, welcome back to another video. The footage you just seen was from Super Bitcon from Oklahoma City. It's a retro gaming convention that we have here that just started last year, and I went to it this year and I hope to go to it next year. They have announced that they are going to have it next year, so it's a really cool thing to have a retro gaming convention come to a rural area like I am in, because I don't live in California or the Northeast where they always have that kind of stuff. So it's really cool to have one of those come to my area. That way I don't have to fly anywhere. But it was a fun time. It was 2 days and I did pick up some great stuff. So hope you guys enjoyed the footage, and I'm going to show you some of the stuff I picked up. Keep in mind that this stuff that I picked up is not, there's not a lot of rare stuff, although I did see a lot of rare stuff there that was very overpriced. Nothing here is super rare, but a lot of the stuff I picked up is stuff that means something to me, and it is stuff that I picked up to complete parts that I already have, and you'll see what I mean as we go on. Alright, first off, let's show you the NES games that I picked up. Now, a lot of this is filler stuff that I didn't have already, and the prices that you've seen here, I did not pay that. I didn't pay retail for anything. Most of the stuff I bundled together, or I just tried to lower them down on the price. First off, we have Burger Time. I didn't have this yet. It's marked $8, but I got it for like $5. Snake Rattle and Roll. I bundled this with some other stuff, and I probably got it for a few dollars. Ninja Kid. Also a few bucks. You know, when they weren't selling stuff, you know, you go the second day and then they say, oh, okay, I'll lower my price. And there was quite a bit of really retro stuff, as far as not really retro, but like NES stuff. They had a whole bunch of NES stuff, lots of common stuff, but there was like very little PS1 stuff that I seen, and very little PS2 stuff. I know PS2 isn't really retro, but it did come out 15 years ago. But there was a lot of NES stuff, which is fine by me, but I would have liked to see a little bit more PlayStation 1 and 64 stuff, because I'm still looking for some stuff in that era. Anyway, we got Goal, which I actually bundled this with something else and I got it for free. It's just a sport game I didn't have. Had some fun times playing this when I was a kid. Karnov. Never really beat it because I didn't know what I was doing too much, but I had some fun with that. We got Adventures of Lolo. It's a fun puzzle game. Got it for about $7. And then here's a Capcom game that I heard some great things about. I have played it back in the day. I never really owned it, but it's Chippendale Rescue Rangers. So got that for $7 or $8. So pretty good finds there. Next we have a Game Boy game that I had a long time ago. Actually, I don't even know if I owned it, but I played it at my friend's house, and I don't think I ever really beat it because, you know, we played it on the Game Boy, and he let me have a few turns, and the game doesn't take that long to beat, but I don't think I ever really beat it. So it was a nostalgia game that I wanted to get back, and that's Tiny Toon Adventures Bab's Big Break. If you haven't played this, it's a fun platforming game, very short. You can play as Buster Bunny, Plucky Duck, and Hampton, and it's just a really simple platformer. It seems simple, but really it isn't, in a sense, because you only have two hits, and then you die, and then I think you have 3 lives, and then you have 2 continues, and you have to go through, I think it's 5 levels. So the game is fairly simple, but if you get hit once, I mean, that's half your life right there. So it took me like 2 tries to get through it, but I finally beat it. So that's a fun game, and I got it for like $3, so can't beat that. Next we have it's another sports game here, but this is there's a story behind this. It's NFL Quarterback Club for the 32X. If you guys don't know, I do have a complete 32X collection. I have a video showcasing all the games there on my channel if you want to go and check that out. This was basically a box and label upgrade, because the one I have is very sun bleached on the side. It looks almost white. So I got this for like $5. So to get a better copy, because the one I have on my shelf just kind of stands out, you know, sticks out like a sore thumb. So $5, not too bad. Next we have Road Rash for the Genesis, and this is complete with the manual and the registration card. And I heard some great things about this game. I have played it before, but I haven't played it in so long. And I think I got it for like $5, so not too bad. And happy to add it to my collection. Alright, next we have one of my favorite GameCube games of all time. And that is Tales of Symphonia. I bought this on a blind buy along with, I believe it was Sudeki on Xbox. Because I just bought it on cover art alone. I actually didn't know anything about the Tales series, and this game came out in 2004, so I really wasn't exposed to it yet. Now it's a huge thing in America, but anyway, it says it says $20, but I think I got it for like $18 or something like that. I already own this game, but unfortunately, when I bought my copy, even though I only bought it for $5 at a FYE, I believe it was a player's choice. You know, it's got that yellow label across the top, so. I wanted the black label basically, so I'll probably sell off my yellow copy, and $20 is not a bad price for this game. I think this game's going up in price, so I might be able to make my money back and hopefully get this for free. Alright, next we have Fear Effect for the PlayStation 1. Got it for about, I think he dropped $2 off, so I got it for like $11. This game I've heard a lot about. It's got a very Resident Evil style to it, which I actually like the old PlayStation Resident Evil tank controls. I know a lot of people aren't fans of that, but that's how I was introduced to the Resident Evil series, and I like the tank controls. So I heard this game was like that, and it was a pretty cool actiony game, so I decided to pick it up in $11. I know there's a sequel out on the PlayStation as well, so I'll have to look forward to hopefully getting that someday. Okay, next we have. This is a lot of just boxes and manuals, because I have a lot of these games, but the games that mean a lot to me, I want to have complete in the box with their manual. I'm not looking to get a complete boxed NES collection or anything like that. Like I said, I just want to get the boxes and the manuals for the games that mean a lot to me. And the first box I have is Tom and Jerry, and I bought the manual separate for like $1, and this was like $4. So I already have the game. And this is a very fun, unrated platformer for the NES. It was just one of those games that my parents bought me back in the day. Didn't know anything about it. It's not, you know, a super well-known, regarded game, but I think it's a very good, solid platformer for the NES. Not too expensive, and I think if you haven't tried it out, give it a shot. It's a pretty good game. So now I got the box and manual for that. I also have here, I don't know if it's complete. It is no manual, but some registration cards for A Boy and His Blob. There's a tiny bit of smoke damage, it looks like there, but I think I got it for a few dollars because I mentioned that there was some damage and didn't have the manual. So I already have the game, so glad to have that. I remember playing that and renting it from the local grocery store. If you believe it or not, back in the day, grocery stores did rent games to people and movies. So I rented that game a lot and had a lot of fun with it. Okay, next we have a good thing to do at these conventions is if you're trying to get boxes and manuals, try to get a manual from one guy and a box from another. Because if you want a complete game, a lot of those guys were selling just boxes alone and just bags of manuals for like $1 each. So I would go to this guy and get a box. I knew I had the cartridge at home, and then I'd go to this guy and get the manual. So I got a 007 manual. I do own the game. I could not find the box anywhere, unfortunately. So this was only $1, so not too big of a deal. Hopefully I'll be able to get the box somewhere for like, you know, a couple bucks. Okay, next we have one of my favorite beat 'em ups of all time, and I'm happy to have the box for this. I do need to find the manual for it, but it comes with the registration cards and the sleeve there, and that is Double Dragon 2: The Revenge for the NES. A pretty good looking box there, and I believe it was only like, I think he charged, I think it was $10, but you know, I wanted it. And this is a great beat 'em up for the NES. I love this game so much. I had it back in the day, played it with my buddies. It's so much fun until you get to those stubborn platforming areas. Double Dragon was not meant to be a platforming game. Okay. Alright, next we have, let's see, we have Mario Tennis. In my opinion, the best Mario sports game ever and the best tennis game I've ever played. Mario Tennis. Believe it or not, I'm actually undefeated in this game. I know there's probably people out there who can beat me, but with my buddies and people around, my neighbors and all that were playing me in this game, I'm undefeated in singles competition. I was defeated in the tag game before, but I don't count that. I count singles only, so I'm undefeated. And this was sold with the box and the cart, which I already own the cart. Actually, I own 2 carts because I picked one up for a couple bucks. So I picked this up. I believe he wanted 15 bucks for it, I think is what it was, which is not too bad. Box is in decent condition and it came with these case protectors. And then I bought the Mario Tennis manual from somebody else for like $1. So I have a complete Mario Tennis and I have 2 extra carts to sell. And I'm sure I can make my money back plus some and get this for free basically. Just an excellent tennis game. I love that game. And okay, next we have Wave Race 64. This was the cart and box also. I got this for $9. I had a lot of good memories playing this because my buddy back in the day, he used to get everything. Every new system all the time when it came out, release day. We played the crap out of Super Mario 64. And I believe this is, I can't remember if this is a launch game or not. I think it was, but if it wasn't, it came out very, very shortly after that. Anyway, my buddy and I, after we beat the crap out of Mario 64, we went to a video store, rented this game. And the water physics just blew our minds. And they still look great to this day. So I bought this for $9, like I said, carton box only, and then I bought the manual for $1 from somebody else. So there's a complete Wave Race 64. And next we have, this is probably my most nostalgic game ever. And it's just because my mom got this for me when I was a little kid. I remember we didn't have a lot of money back then because I was raised by a single parent. So she just went to the video store. I had a Nintendo and she would just buy me games once she had some money. They were used games, so didn't know anything about what I liked because I didn't even know what I liked back then. We didn't know what was good and what wasn't good because we didn't have the internet. And so she picked me up a few games, and this is one of them, and I just grew to love it. And the game, I don't just like the game for nostalgia value. The game is actually very well done. It's a very early review I did on my channel, but that game is Dragon Spirit for the NES. Such a great shooter. I love this game so much. And, you know, a lot of shooters that you play as a plane or something, or a jet or something like that, or a spaceship. In this game you play as a dragon, and your power-ups include getting multiple heads on your dragon, and you can get up to 3 heads, and then you get power-ups by increasing your fireball strength. Power-ups give you extremely strong fireballs, and will color your dragons different colors, and depending on what color your dragon is depends on what direction your fireballs will shoot and the strength of your fireballs. So it's a pretty good game. There's also 2 different paths you can take when playing the game. There's an easier path and a harder path, and the harder path will give you the real ending, of course. Anyway, I played the crap out of this game. I loved it so much, and it was also released on the TurboGrafx CD. The arcade version is also available on one of the compilation games out there. I believe it's the Namco game, Namco Museum. The arcade version is a lot harder than this version, which is why I like this one better. You have a health bar in here, so it's not the hardest shoot 'em up, but it's still a very good game. The TurboGrafx version is also very good. There was a sequel called Dragon Saber, I believe, that was released on the PC Engine that we did not get. Like I said, the box is amazing condition here. Amazing condition, no bends really at all. It just looks great. Great game. I got this, what did he mark it at? He marked this at 30 bucks. I believe I got it for 25. I already own the cart, and I don't know if it's just me, but I want to keep my original cart that I have had before and stick it in here. This one already has a cart. Depending on what condition my old games are, I like to have my originals. I don't know why, I just have nostalgia towards keeping them, even though it's the exact same game as this one in here. So this one, like I said, is complete. I got it for 25 bucks, and it's one of my most nostalgic games ever. If you want to go check out my review, you can go check that out. It's a very early video I did. So that was one of my favorite. I had a good amount of stuff in mind that I personally really wanted to get here at this convention, you know, and I did pick up a lot of personal nostalgic things that I'm happy to have complete now. And the last thing I picked up I'm going to show you is there's a lot of artwork being sold there, perler bead art, drawings, cloth art, stuff like that. And here's a really cool little mini poster that I picked up for probably, I would say, the best Nintendo DS game ever made, in my opinion, and that is The World Ends With You artwork right there. And this is Neku. I just thought this was awesome. You know, seeing all the prints there that she had. She had a bigger one. No, I think she had smaller ones for like $5, and this was like $10. And I can get this framed, and I just love it. I think it's had a little dust on there. I just think it's amazing. Just looks great because there's not a whole lot of The World Ends With You merchandise out there at all. And you know, for such a great game, it's a shame Square Enix hasn't, you know, done anything else with the game besides porting it to the iOS. They need to make a sequel because there's a huge cult following and fan base for that game, and it's just, in my opinion, the best Nintendo DS game made ever, period. Okay, so that's all my pickups, guys. Thank you for watching. If you're in the Texas, Oklahoma, Arkansas area and you want to go to a convention that's fairly close and then you don't have to fly to Portland or the Northeast, Super Bitcon, go check out their Facebook page. I'll put some info in the links below. And I believe they're going to have it next year in April, same time. It's 2 days. So thanks you guys for watching my videos, and I'll check you next time. Peace.